Hello there, and welcome to Cooking with Ed. I'm your host, Ed Newhouse. Today we're making a Pittsburgh delicacy, and no, not chicken on the hill. We're making something else. We're making pierogies. If you're not from Pittsburgh, you might not know what these things are, but they are very popular among my people. Pierogies are, if I had to explain them, I think they're Polish in origin. I don't know. I think Polish. As far as content, they're kind of like they're kind of like ravioli, except no spaghetti sauce. On the inside, they have various things. These ones we're making today have potato and cheddar on the inside. So today you can find these actually in grocery stores around the Myrtle Beach area and in different parts of South Carolina. These I got at the Carolina Forest Food Line in the frozen food section. So look for them there. Anywho, there are a lot of ways to make these, and it tells you all on the back. This is Mrs. T's. They sponsor the Great Pittsburgh Pierogi Race on that. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways they recommend you cook them. You can boil them, saute them, bake, deep fry, or grill. Well, first off, I don't really know what the difference between saute and fry is, so that's out. Bake, I've been baking too much stuff lately, that's out. Deep fry, I literally just deep fried stuff yesterday, not going to do that again. The old ticker didn't appreciate it. And grill, I mean, I have a George Foreman grill, but grilled pierogies just doesn't sound right to me. So that only leaves one option, and that is to boil them. I know that's not popular for a lot of people, but that's how I'm going to do it because this is my show. So anywho, what you need is 2 quarts of water. I forget how much cups are in 2 quarts, so I'm just going to fill this like 2/3 full. You just need enough water to cover up the pierogies. And then, like, if you put in too much, we'll just have to cook them long. That's my theory. 2 quarts. I could look that up. I really should have looked that up before I started recording this. Then I just got to fill this up. Now I'm filling up the water. There we go. So now we are about 2/3 full of this. So now I'm going to put that on here. And we're going to boil that first. I've got that on medium-high. This is going to be a step-by-step process. You're going to see a lot of jump cuts in this thing. So while we're waiting to boil on that, I'm going to turn the camera off. But when I come back, it'll look like no time has passed at all. So now the pierogies have boiled. So now what we got to do is just add the frozen pierogies to the boiled water. Open the box up. There's about, I don't know, like 12 or so pierogies in here. I'll show you how we do this. There's your water. Just dump it. There we go. Now, again, so now we gotta wait for these. On the box it says heat for 5 to 7 minutes. But of course, I don't know if I put enough water in there or too much. So essentially the way you can know when these are done is once they float to the top, that's when they're done. So I'll just be keeping an eye on that. And we'll come back whenever they are floating to the top. Well, that looks like they're floating to the top to me. So what we got to do next is we got to get these out of there. So I'm going to set this here so I have both hands ready. There we go. I'm going to pick these up. Do not need pot holders. What I've got here is I've got a strainer right here in the sink here. Right, yeah. I'm going to dump the pierogies in the strainer so that all the water goes out. That is a lot of steam. Ooh. Let's show you all that steam coming from there. Yeah, that's a lot. But those look really done. Yep. Ow. Yeah, they're done. Ow. So let's just take one and see how it tastes. And you know what? One thing I forgot to add, salt. A little bit of salt, never hurt anybody, except for people that have too much salt in their diet. All right, let's see how this tastes. There's not a wrong way to cook a pierogi. That's true. That's not true. There is a wrong way to cook a pierogi. I know that because I've done it. This is our final product. Fantastic. Look at that. Oh my God, that's awesome. That is fantastic. This has been Cooking with Ed, and I've been your host, Ed Newhouse.